Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Want to apologize for that. Had a power outage, unfortunately. It totally took us off the air, but we are back. Want to thank everybody for joining us. Looks like who got the poll? Mike Taylor in the number 97. The only there's two Canadians in the field. Him and Shane Ward. So he is your Phillips Golf Academy pole winner for tonight in that number 97 Toyota. What are your expectations here tonight, Mike?
You know what? I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Apparently, I'm an elder millennial that doesn't understand technology. So if I'm going to trust you to tell me that we're good here because my screen looks different than before, and it's not full screen like it was before. So let me get it going here.
If you click
technical
down in
difficulties, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
I gotta see what I'm looking at here. The 4. My expectations, these are Xfinity style cars. They have composite bodies, but it's a super speedway. So that's really not going to help you all that much. And what I've found out is that they only get one reset tonight. So you got to take care of your equipment in this 26 car field tonight. And Talladega Super Speedway is my second favorite track, just because Daytona has the historical element to it, and I used to live there. But Talladega definitely has the excitement factor. I'm not sure if they've added side drafting to these cars or not, Tim.
Yes, and you can also, iRacing implemented where if you're close enough to the wall, you can actually get like a draft with from the wall, depending on how close you get. Like if you're between a car and the wall, like you will feel the air.
Earnhardt style.
Yes.
This is Earnhardt country at Talladega. We have 55 laps. Do we know what the fuel strategy is here? How many laps they can go?
Believe the fuel strategy is about 25 to 26 laps.
So we're going to see roughly estimated 2 pit stops. Are there stages here?
No stages. Not. Correct. We just all the way to the end.
No stages with iRacing. We don't do stages here. The cars look great, Tim. I'm going to be learning the drivers' names. Try to shout out the runs as I see them coming. I usually like to watch the middle to the back of the field to watch where the charge and the runs are coming from, rather than just who's up front playing block the line.
Well, I'm going to give you a little history lesson here. The last time we were at Talladega, Ben Mashburn was able to drive from the back of the field to the front to take home the win. He is one of the best drivers here at Talladega and Daytona, and he will get you up to the front in a matter of no time.
I gotta say, I'm biased. He's probably my pick to win, not because he said that, but because of his gorgeous 24 Exalta Chevy that's out there. The pace car has pulled off, I believe.
Yes, we're about to go green here at Talladega.
Can I give the fans a boogity, boogity, boogity? Let's go Talladega racing, boys! Yahoo!
Perfect. Green flag is in the air.
I just wish I could hear the sounds of the cars as they're getting up to speed into turn 1 and 2. And it should take them about 2 laps to get up to speed, like you said, Tim.
I think an interesting paint scheme that I see here tonight that I really enjoy. This Steak and Shake paint scheme. That's number 57. I don't know why I like that scheme. I really do like Steak and Shake, so I might be biased as well.
57 made a good move down to the inside. I thought I saw a Sharpie 97 look like Kurt Busch's old Sharpie 97, but it's a Toyota. He's leading the field. Tellier, he's going to come down. It looks like he's going to easily lead the first lap, but no. 57 looks to the middle. He's got no help.
Scheffler deciding, does he want to go with the 57 and the 97? And at the line, the 57 is going to lead the first lap here at Talladega. 48 drives to the outside.
Oh, he said, I don't want to help you. This is Talladega. We go 3 wide here.
You got somebody on the apron. I think he's pulling out saying, I'm not going to be a part of this just yet, guys.
I didn't know they pulled out in iRacing. I thought they went full throttle, but like we said, with that one reset, you gotta pick your moment, and you definitely want to be around there at the end.
And so far, it looks like our biggest mover of the race, like I said, Ben Mashburn, up to 10th place. He's up 11 spots. Second biggest mover, we recognize his name in that number 52, usually up in the booth. William Kerwin in that number 52, up 10 positions. He's leading that outside lane, coming forward with the number 4 car.
I'm happy to replace him, but I'd much rather be behind the steering wheel. Oh, looks like somebody else is backing out down on the backstretch.
Looks like it's just trying to go back there and see who it was, but can't see the number. Looks like it's number 15 of Jason Screw. He decided he don't want no part of this. He's going to sit in the back with Nathan Moyer. And while this racing's going on, let's check in with our driver webcams tonight. Tonight we've got 3 drivers with our onboard cameras. We've got Nathan Moyer there to the very left of your screen. Oh, caution is out going back to the racing. Not sure what happened. Looks like, oh, a big mess. Oh! And the 15 runs right into the back of, I believe that was the 47. I'm not sure. 52 of Kerwin is back here. He was just up front. Not sure what happened. We're going to go back and take a look. Of course, every time I go to show something else, something crazy happens. So,
aren't you just bragging on that 52?
I was. I'm still going to brag on him. He's my pick for tonight. All right, so we're going to go back and take a look here. See what happened. Oh! Let's see.
Middle of the pack.
Try
Looked
to
like
back
it hit
it up.
The 48. The 48 got hit pretty good.
So it looks like we're going to do a slow-mo here so we can catch everything. Looks like the 13 and the 66. 66 is coming up to go around, and he's not clear. So he comes back down, clips the 13,
Ooh.
and that takes them both back up the track into the 52.
Oh,
That's
we need some spotters out here.
Woo, right into the outside wall, back down into the rest of the field, hits the 48.
Oh, 3 tires off the ground for the 48.
39's involved, 66, the 19, the 22.
Ooh. This is not what you want to see on lap 4 of any super speedway race.
No, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna ride on board. We're gonna go back.
He took a little shot at the end there too.
We're gonna ride on board with the 22. Where's the 22? Sorry, I have all these numbers in front of me trying to find. There he is. Cockpit. We're going to ride on board full speed. He's coming up through the back of the field. See if we can't see this unfold in front of him. Right there, I see cars going across the field. He lets up. Not enough. Oh.
Oh!
He gets hit again. Right here. Oh. Right in the back end.
That's the wrong way to bump draft.
Oh, a lot of damage to that 22. So it will be interesting to see who takes their fast repair. All right, so we're back. Oh, quick update. Leader up 20 positions, Ben Mashburn.
I was going to say, it really doesn't matter where you start here at Talladega. And sometimes you don't want to qualify on the pole. It's almost better to start in the back and kind of just wait around to watch to see what the front guys are going to do.
So it looks like quite a few guys, I'm on pit road right now, quite a few guys have been in the pits for over a minute. So these guys are not trying to use their fast repair unless they could have towed their car and they had no choice. Because towing in iRacing forces you to, it's quite a long ride, and it forces you to use your fast repair as well. So hopefully these guys didn't already lose their fast repair this early in the race. So now the field is quite different now because Garrett Gleason in that number 7, he's up 19 positions. Micaiah Smiley, who was in that incident, is actually one of the drivers waiting to get his car repaired, which is probably the best bet. If you can just kind of stick around, for a lack of a better term, and not use that fast repair, you will have a better chance to win this race.
Interesting.
Now he's coming down pit road. We'll see what he ends up doing. He may be coming down pit road just to fix some damage. We'll see if we see the car immediately fix itself, we know what happened.
I would assume that.
He used it.
I find it surprising that they only allow one reset for a track like Talladega, where you know you're gonna trash your car unless.
Well,
I would think you would want as many cars as possible.
A lot of these guys, so these leagues, what they want is, they want the best racing possible, and they feel like the least amount of fast repairs you give the guys, the smarter they race. Pretty much. So that's
thin the herd.
You're right. So we are 1 to go for the green flag back here at Talladega, lap 6 of 55. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to apologize for the technical difficulties we have had. Had a power outage, so had to wait to get back online.
Number 4 started in second. He's up to second right now. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah, Martin Plute.
And only 6 laps of 55. We saw a lot of 2-3 wide racing, but we didn't really see a lot of working together when those lines couldn't really form up, especially when they tried to drastically move up to the top to try to get 3 wide. You didn't really see guys, working together, pushing each other. So we're going to see if they're going to keep it 2 wide and tame. The first cars seem to break out single file as we're working our way into turn 3 here. Very interested to see how this next segment is going to play out.
Yeah, so I really like this 11 car. I never noticed this. I don't know if this is a new paint scheme for Christopher Darling, but he's actually got a Phillips Golf Academy paint job, and that thing's looking sharp.
I'm a big Colleague fan, and that definitely looks like a Colleague car out there. So.
It does.
Do we have any teammates out there? I assume that 24
we have
and 48
quite a
are
few.
teammates.
24 is also teammates with the number 11.
Interesting. Pace car is pulled off. We're getting ready to wave that green flag. What did they name the flagman on the Fox iRacing series?
I named him Jeffrey.
Jeffrey is going to wave the green flag as they enter the Geico restart zone.
And Martin got a great run in that outside lane. A lot of guys laying back. Not sure if this is just everybody's like, okay, we're not even 10 laps in and we've already got really damaged cars. So they all kind of backed out because this field is very spread out right now.
You can see the gap between the first pack all the way back to 2 stragglers, and then there's a huge gap before you see the next group of cars.
Yeah, right now it's all the way down the backstretch. It's it's not typical that we see everybody just dive down into one line. We've had side-by-side racing each week here, which this is week 5 here for this Phillips Golf Academy Super Speedway Series. Already almost halfway through the season.
Do they allow them to lock bumpers, or do they crack down on that being Xfinity?
So they are allowed to lock bumpers.
Okay.
But they do have to monitor. Let's ride on board here with. We're going to go back to Ben Mashburn. So he has to watch his temperatures. This is what I love about iRacing. He can lock on, but he is not going to be able to stick there.
That's a good point.
So we're riding on board with Ben Mashburn right now.
That's a great in-car camera of Talladega. Almost reminds me of the old 2003 Talladega surface. I could see some black marks on the track when it used to have all those cracks that were filled in on it. Going through the tri-oval here. Got to be careful not to bump draft through the tri-oval. Got to block that yellow line. And it seems to me like they're pretty content running single file. But like you said, that 24's got to watch his engine temperature. You see him kind of duck out just a little bit to get a little bit of air to the engine and see if, potentially the guy behind him, the 58 or the 56 would want to go with him and start up that middle lane if they get tired of running single file.
And Joshua Sobel is a good driver to have behind you, too, to make that decision. Sobel has been oh so close to these races, but it seems like he's had such terrible luck at the end of these races to be able to pull off a win. I still expect Sobel to do something here very soon with this here. Sobel looks to the outside. Nobody comes with him. Comes back in. Oh! Whoa. The 66 or 62 of Cullen Ulrich saves it.
Saved it.
No caution.
I thought for sure he was coming back up across the track. He was sideways on the inside of the apron, but this pack is catching him in a big hurry. Look at that.
And that's really going to hurt him. You see, we got about 3 packs right now. He's going to be able to stick himself into the second one, I believe. Maybe. And
we got some action up at the front.
Yeah, back at the front.
Is that 24 on the outside?
Mashburn pulled out, yeah.
Looks like he almost either went for it and no one went with him. That 11 moves in behind.
Oh, 3 wide. 4 wide. Wow. Shipler puts the bumper to the guys at the front and takes the lead in that number 13.
I don't know how many of these guys are actually friends, but you can tell that they're not because they do not want to work with each other. If one guy gets, gets upped on that high side, he's going back. He's dropping like a brick. Got some action up here to the middle. That lane is forming up. Looked like the 56 was coming up. Now he's got charge of the middle lane. Looks like he's got the 11 behind him. They're 2 wide going into turn 3. Making their way, playing around. We're at a lap 11 of 55, about 40 laps to go inside of. Fuel strategy was about 25 laps, so we know there's a pit stop coming, at least one green flag pit stop coming. That 11 is tucked up on the back bumper of the 56.
And he is in there really tight. And now the 24 is pushing the 97 on the outside lane as Sobel and Darling drop down to the inside in front of Jordan Shepler. And now this second pack has caught that first pack. Now Darling goes to the outside. Shepler goes to the inside of Darling.
Steak and Shake Toyota making moves up on the high side. They don't want to ride. They're coming up all the way to the front. You know, Tim, I really wish you hadn't thrown me in the deep end at super speedway tracks because I really can't keep my calm when they're 3 wide at 190.
Oh, I understand. And now that way outside lane is starting to form with the middle line only has 2 drivers.
You were talking about thinning the herd earlier and giving them only 1 restart to kind of make these drivers really think about the moves they make and not take such risky moves. So I got to give these drivers credit for these incredible moves they're making here, and you know they're staying on the racetrack. They're pulling these moves off to the front. We've been green here since lap 6. It's about 7 laps. Oh, that was a bad lane change for those 2 cars. Look like the 11 and the 24, Darling and Mashburn. Those 2 have found each other. Chevrolet Camaros. 56 isn't going to take it. He's going to come up to the middle. He's been good at finding people to work with him to push him to the front.
And Mashburn and Darling, teammates here, running 1-2. These 2 work very well together. Typically, you don't see them in the front this early. Oh, and the 11 goes up in front of the 56. 56 got to check up. Wow, that outside lane was coming fast.
Throw a blanket over these 20 cars. Someone's down to the inside. Look like the Steak and Shake machine, but I'm wrong. Stepler, 13 maybe. He's dropping. He's dropping out.
Decided to not take part in this.
Lap 14 of 55. It looked like, oh, he disappeared for a second. It's iRacing. We're mixing it up. They're throwing curveballs at me. I got my rookie stripes on, but I'm here at Talladega, baby. Let's get this done. We got a new player here up
86.
behind the 24.
Yeah.
39 is moving up. Man, that was really cool that one car got out of line and checked everyone up, and they were all stacked up together. And anyone, they're like sharks that can smell blood in the water. They smell that leader, and they are coming for him.
And Joshua Sobel, that number 56, has now been left in the middle lane with nobody, no help at all. We've got Steak and Shake 57 on the outside with Matthew Rodriguez leading that line, and that outside lane is coming. And now the 57 drops down in front of Joshua Sobel.
They're playing musical chairs at 190 miles an hour. Tony Stewart said it's chess at 190 miles, 200 miles an hour, and he's a checkers player. So, but we're definitely seeing these guys have some real talent here, Timothy.
Yeah, these guys really put on a great show week in and week out. I'm going to try to step away again. We're going to take a look at the drivers we have on webcams. We'll see how serious these guys are looking right now. Look very calm, collected. We've got Nathan Moyer in the 971 to the left. And we've got Steven Doziak in the 55. There all the way to your right. And in the middle, we have Shane Tierney in that number 19 in the middle there. As you can see, he's a huge Martin Truex fan. These guys look very calm.
If you're watching that left side, you really see how minimal he's putting into that steering wheel. I mean, he literally looks like he's in a casual Sunday afternoon drive, but when he hits those corners, you see him really kind of jerk the steering wheel around a little bit. He's also wearing gloves, which I noticed the drivers in the simulators will wear their gloves to kind of simulate that feeling of turning the steering wheel.
Oh, we got a wave there from Doziak.
Waving at 200 miles an hour at Talladega.
And now back to the race. Doziak actually taking a very cautious approach here. He's the very last car. No, he's not the very last car. He's the second to last car in 25th right now in that backpack. He's about, looks like he's 6 seconds away from the leader. So these guys back here just taking it easy. Don't want to have no part of what's going on up front because they are double file right now up front.
Yeah, it seems like we're kind of just easing into this too wide battle here. Everyone's just kind of settling in as should have been lap 19 by now, but I'm only seeing lap 18. So we're coming up on lap 20, about 35 laps to go, 37. And like I said, we do have one green flag pit stop coming.
And this, right now, for this race, is the longest green flag run we have had right now. 11 laps, I want to say. Yeah, 11 laps green so far. I don't believe we've had green flag pit stops this season yet, just due to the sheer fact that, I mean, these guys are racing each other hard every lap. And that's what we like to see. We don't want to see, you know, single file racing, but these guys put on a great show. And that's why this league, the Phillips Golf Academy Speedway Series, uses the Xfinity car. A lot of the guys say that this is the best car to use for super speedways.
It's funny they would use Xfinity for that because I think the Cup Series car has a much bigger engine and can definitely go faster. But that's an interesting point here as we kind of thin out 3 wide, but that lane is right up against the wall, and that car you saw it kind of make contact with the outside wall there. That really doesn't help your drafting here.
And I think one of the reasons they didn't go with the Cup cars, they're relatively new to iRacing, so they've not worked out all the kinks yet. So they are still working on making that car, you know, the best that it can be.
That makes complete sense. Gotta earn your what do you call it? You know what I'm saying? You gotta walk before you can run. Gotta earn
right.
Yeah, you gotta earn that rookie stripe. You gotta, not do like Jacob Hand and just jump into a cup car. You gotta start in Xfinity at least.
Right. And right now, that outside lane is really able to keep up with that inside lane with 3 cars up there. The 56 of Joshua Sobel, the 74 or the 174 of John Canzanaro, and then the 48 of James Kunkel.
It's a fun name.
I feel bad because I'm pretty sure I butcher some of these guys' names.
I'm not brave enough to even try. It's like, look, there goes the Steak and Shake car. It's fast, and it makes me hungry.
And they have $3.99 meals in case anybody's hungry right now.
In case Steak and Shake wants to give us a little endorsement for saying Steak and Shake every line.
Send us some food and some shakes. That's what we want.
Exactly. DoorDash us some shakes.
That's funny. And now that outside lane gaining 2 more cars. That number 19 of Shane Tierney and the number 22 of Mika Smiley.
As we're 22 laps in now, Tim, I would say it's not clear which lane is the dominant lane here.
And I'm going to say, with you saying that, in all honesty, it really depends on who is out front in which lane. Because being a former teammate of Joshua Sobel in the Truck Series here at NSRA, him and I, every time, and I don't know if I rubbed off on him or not, or if this car just handles better, every time we raced at Talladega Daytona, I would tell Joshua, go to the high side because I can run there better. I can push you there to the front faster. And right here you can see that him in that second line is constantly taking them to the front. Even with 3 drivers they had, and now they've gained, I mean, they're up to about 6 drivers.
Make it an early prediction, but it's clear to me, 23 laps in, that if you're going to win this race, you got to beat that 24-11 combo.
Yeah, and that's, I'm not sure with the 48 behind the 56. The 56 is going to have to find his teammates, and let me take a look and see who those would be. So it looks like he's got, oh, we've got green flag pit stops.
Oh, here they come. This is what I wanted to see. Wanted to see these guys slow down, see if they can not speed on pit road. Did the 24 come with the 11?
That's what I'm trying to find. Where is Ben Mashburn? Oh, he did. He's back there.
Okay,
so right now, only 3 drivers came down. Jordan Shepler, Christopher Darling, and Ben Mashburn. So interesting call from those guys. With Kunkel now your leader. I wonder what, why that was called so early.
You're striking first, Tim.
Because now I wonder, will these guys be able to get connected with each other and get going again? Because Christopher Darling has got out of the pits really early, so he's way ahead of the 13 and the 24.
Looks to me like they're too far spaced out to work together, you know. Is this guy coming into pit behind them, or what is he doing?
This guy is a lap down, Jason Shrew, so he may get behind the 11 and help him out and get him up to speed.
Yeah, he sees an opportunity there to try to catch up, or at least he's just happy to find someone to draft with.
And we're going to go back and take a look. This second pack has been reeling in the leaders lap after lap. Let me pull up. Let's see. I'm trying to look for lap times. It's not giving me that data. But this pack was 6 seconds back. They're now about 1.5 seconds back from this pack. They have been reeling them in lap after lap, and they're there. They're officially there. They've caught the entire pack. Wow.
I'm going to rely on you to keep me up with who's pitted and who hasn't, because I only saw the 24 and 11. It was only a few cars. So I'm guessing these guys are going to want to come to pit road pretty soon. Otherwise, they're losing.
Oh, actually, looks like a lot of people going to the inside lane. I would expect we see a lot of drivers come down pit road this time by.
Up and down, looks like almost the whole field minus a couple drivers. Interesting to see this green flag strategy. I thought we'd see caution here being in Talladega. They're getting a little high up on the racetrack. You got to start slowing down if you're going to come.
Oh, nobody came in this time. Okay. I expected, the way everybody was hounded down to that bottom lane, I was like, wait, this must be it. But it does look like, looking at the statistics here, everybody has gone to the pits at least once already during that caution. So they probably have a little bit more time. Right now, we're about 20 laps into this run, so they could go about 5 to 6 more laps depending on how much they've actually been at the front of the pack.
Interesting. See how this plays out in the long run. Coming up, lap 27 of 55.
And right now, a quick update on the 3 guys that did go to pits. They are all together now. They've lost about 3 seconds since they came back to pit road. So we'll see if they're able to gain any time on them. Right now, they're 39 seconds behind the leader.
And if the whole field manages to come all at the same time, is 3 cars going to be able to hold off a charging pack with fresh tires?
Whew. I don't know. And to be honest, you can actually see them in the very top of the screen on that last time they were down the backstretch. You can just barely see them going into the turn. But I don't know that anybody's actually going to deal with tires here at Talladega. A lot of these guys just going to pop in for fuel, and that's it. They may take right sides. It just depends on how fast they want to get back out there on the track. And right now, new leader, Mike Taylor in that number 97 with Joshua Sobel in the 56, pushing him there to that lead in front of the 86 of Jeff Wyatt. And there's that steak and shake still.
You can always come down for tires during a caution.
Right.
If you feel your car isn't gripping the lane, kind of sliding through the corners and not getting the traction you need when you go to change lanes.
That time by the 3-car pack gained about a half a second on the leaders. So they are now maintaining, not getting caught by the leaders since they are double file. If they were all in the same line, the leaders would catch them no problem. Here we go.
Here they come. I was just going to say, I saw a lot of them duck down to the inside on that backstretch.
Ooh.
I thought they were toying with us, but here they come. Big cluster. Green flag stops underway here at Talladega. We're going to want to keep an eye on those cars, 24, 11. Give me that last car. We're going to want to keep an eye on them on the track. Because
the 13,
as far as I know, they're still on the lead lap, correct?
Correct. They are coming through turn 3 and 4 down the front stretch. See what happens. You're right.
They got to hustle, get the fuel in, just enough fuel to last 25 laps. We see them starting to exit pit road there. Oh, they're going to blow right by them. But did these cars, like our first pack here, did they get too far spread out on their pit stops using different fuel strategies?
Yeah, do they have enough fuel to make it to the end is my question.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting with these guys.
Does iRacing have unlimited overtime attempts?
They have 3 attempts.
3 attempts, thank God. I don't have all night. It's a school night.
And the leaders now in pits, Martin Plute, Travis White, Nate Moyer, Doug Neal, all in pit road, and Travis White down and away in that number 23. Right now, 30 seconds ahead of the leaders coming through the tri-oval right now. Those 3 cars that pitted earlier, 25 laps to go. Going to go around Doug Neal there at the bottom of that number 77 Simbox. And now, here they go around the rest of the guys. One more guy to go, Travis White in that number 23. And they're your new leaders. Look at that. Wow. And look how spread out the field is now.
So spread out. It'll be interesting to see if they can get together, start pushing each other to catch these guys. Like you said, tires don't really come into play here.
Got a lot of double
2-car tandems.
Yeah. Back here's our first big pack, all the way back to 12th place, Stephen Ford.
This is what I would keep my eyes on, because these guys, if they don't work together, it looks like they're shifting around. This is where the caution could come from.
And who just dove down? James Kunkel might have a penalty diving down to pit road in that number 48. Let's see if it's a pass through, or he's going to have to. Oh, he lost connection there for a second. He's coming down. Let's see if it's a stop and go. He stopped in his pit box. Oh, he missed. Oh, caution flag. Not sure where or what happened. Shane Ledoux, Stephen Tierney. Oh, this was the pack that you were talking about.
Boom! Called it.
Doesn't look like a lot of damage.
When you get them all clustered up together like that, they all just start bouncing off each other. And
oh, there it is.
Like you said, if they're not taking tires, they're out there. As far as I know, iRacing does add elements of heating up the track condition, making the track slicker as the race goes on. So if you don't have fresh tires, look at him. He just
12 just comes right up into that number 19.
Like I said earlier, Tim, he can't hold his line. Got no traction.
Ooh.
It's lifted up off the air. But we haven't seen anyone flip so far. Thank God. Xfinity is really keeping these drivers safe out there, Tim. From the comfort of their desktops.
Yes.
I wondered when you were going to start laughing at that.
That's good. That's good. Let's see.
So I apologize that we don't have any pit reporters, but as you can see, the pit stops are not real, and we can't actually have people down on pit road.
So, but we are going to, we're going to jump in, and we're gonna see if we can't pull down Doziak here in that number 55. We've got his webcam. We're gonna pull him up. Let's see if I can't find him. There we go. There's Doziak. Hey, Steven, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. So you've been hanging out around the back to avoid situations like this. Looks like you got a little contact there with the number 19. What's your thought process for the rest of the race?
Well, I'm pulling into my pits now. I'm going to see how much damage I got. 25 seconds, but I'm going to just work with my team and see if we can get to the front.
Well, you guys, you were in that second pack that ran down those leaders before that caution, and I mean, you guys were really hauling the mail there.
Yeah, we had Nate and his Simbox posse leading the pack. He had a couple threat level midnight guys in the middle, and then me and a few TNR guys in the back. And, we just decided it's time to go for green flag pit stops.
Well, you guys are doing a great job so far. Good luck the rest of the night. You still got a fast repair in there, I believe?
Yeah, I only had 25 seconds of optional, so
okay, good.
We still got the fast repair in the bag, and see if we can make it to the end now.
All right,
Mike from NASCAR Daily here. I noticed you're wearing those gloves when you're driving. How much does that help?
That's
wrong
Nate
driver.
With the gloves. Wrong driver. I don't have any gloves on.
We're looking at the guy all the way to the right.
Well, you're in the dark. How does that affect your vision?
I like it better because you can just focus on. I'm only running one monitor, so it's easier to focus. With all the lights on, you get all the surrounding objects. I'd rather race in the dark.
Well, good luck to you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Steven.
Thanks, guys.
That was Stephen Doziak with Total Nonstop Racing in that number 55. Involved in that crash a little bit there, but Mike sounds like he's doing good. Oh, and that's something I haven't done here tonight. We're going to turn on our webcam so everybody can see us. want to thank everybody for joining us here on 10-4 Broadcasting. Actually, we'll use this opportunity to bring in the sponsors. Not talked about them yet tonight. Want to make sure they get their recognition. Want to just give a shout out to Brookstone Animal Hospital. Want to make sure you check them out down there in Georgia. If you're anywhere around them, check them out on Facebook. Also want to give a huge shout out to Max Graphics. I believe that number 11 of Chris Darling is a Max Graphics car. Check them out on Facebook. They can paint you up any type of car, truck you want. He's done a couple cars for me on iRacing, and they've turned out fantastic. I know he would say otherwise because they were Colts cars, but you know what? Go Colts. Want to give a huge shout out to Taz Racing Customs. If you want to get your iRacing car that you have painted as a custom diecast, want to reach out to them on Facebook. They do a really great job. If you want to have your truck custom made on a diecast or your Cup car or Xfinity car, make sure you reach out to them. They do a really great job. Want to give a shout out to Beer Street Journal, the best in beer. Make sure you check them out at beerstreetjournal.com. Actually, might possibly be bringing Beer of the Week to the broadcast. I think that'd be a fun little slide in for the Beer Street Journal. But make sure you check them out on the web. And as always, the main sponsor for this series, the Phillips Golf Academy Super Speedway Series. Want to thank them for coming on board, and want to really thank all the sponsors for bringing this to you guys. With 21 to go here, what are your thoughts, Mike?
I'm still waiting to see that third lane come in. They're getting really content running too wide, and now with this caution flag, we saw them all spaced out before. Now they're all bunched up together. 21 laps to go. Is it time to go? Do you wait till 5 to go to make your move? We saw the 24 and the 11 hooked up. Mashburn, they got to come from the back. He's restarting in 18th. He came from the back earlier in this segment. We got some new names up in the front here. The 27, the 174. The 56 is no stranger to the front. He's been a leader today. He's been a guy that you could get behind and push in that middle lane. So I'm just ready to go racing, and let's finish this thing. Let's see some excitement.
It's going to be 20 laps to go when we take the green flag. It's going to be really exciting.
Kind of wish I had my flag to wave here.
Green flag back out in the air. Stephen Ford is going to bring us to that green flag with the 174 to the outside of John Canizaro. Sorry, John. I know I butcher your name. And now Nate Moyer up there. He's not a stranger to being up front during the end of these things. Doug Neal in that number 77 Simbox car as well. And guys trying to find which lane they want to go with right now. Swapping back and forth. Oh!
As we stated earlier, you know, there hasn't been a dominant lane so far. Boy, that 174's got a great Davey Allison Texaco scheme almost. Love to see Texaco on a car. The 56, like I said, Sable, he's definitely someone that people respect, and they're happy to push him to the front, Tim.
Yeah, Joshua has been trying to win his first race here. Looks like he got a little damage to the back of the car, but that just means he was getting pushed really good.
The 23 of White, Ford, Neal, Maurer, Vickery, and Mashburn has moved 10 spots from 18th all the way up to 8th as they fan out about 3 wide down the backstretch. They're still playing musical chairs. That the third lane is yet to develop. The middle lane kind of showing a little strength there. Where do you want to be? You've definitely got to get around the bottom lane, which is the easiest to protect, as we all know. 56 kind of moves up to the middle. He almost got too far out there. They check back. They check up. One car is around in the tri-oval. The 27, he gathers it back up. Oh, that was scary. You never want to be sideways going through the tri-oval.
Great job by those guys. And great job by, I believe he got into the side of Darling there on that outside lane, and they both were able to compose themselves.
We had 2-car tandems up in the front, but it looked like it was about to turn into 6 cars and a 3-car tandem on both the bottom and the middle.
I think a lot of guys checked up when that kind of contact happened. You know, there was some concern there, but everybody held their line. Nobody freaked out, and we're still green flag with 18 laps to go here. And Sobel just kind of dodging back between the bottom and the top, kind of seeing where he wants to be. And now Travis White is going to take that lead away in that outside lane. And I'm gonna say right now, you are completely right. That number 11 and 24, the only way anyone is going to beat those two is if somehow you get between them and not. They just work together so well.
They're definitely hooked up, and not sure if they planned this before the race, being teammates, but they definitely know how to find each other, how to navigate traffic. As I stated before this restart, 24 Mashburn, he started in 18th. Look at him navigate all the way up to 6th. In a couple laps, I wouldn't be surprised. Here they go, 3 wide to the outside. They are hunting for that lead. If they're representing Kaulig, then we know they're trophy hunting.
And Travis White just gets left in the middle of this pack. No one's going to go down to work with him. Now the 24 and 11 might drop down, leaves the 32 and the 97 to the way outside with the 22 just behind them. And I think they're going to stay in that way outside lane next to the wall, as I like to call it, the Dale Jr. line.
You know, White got his sponsors on YouTube, and then he said, okay, it's time to back up a little bit.
And now the 24 and the 11 drop all the way down to the bottom lane, leaving White still in the middle.
I said it. I thought it was going to take about 5 laps. They did it in 2.
I think it might have been 1. That's
it might have been. It felt like 2, but they were up at 3 wide on that Dale Jr. lane, and they just keep working that 2-car tandem. They keep pushing at just the right time. Now, was that a pass below the WL line in the 48?
I believe the 48 was forced down there because the 97 and I don't know what the other vehicle or the other car was. They were about to hit the front of that car, so he went down there to miss them. So I believe that's fair game. 48 did have that penalty. He got lucky with that caution, though, as we're on lap 15 here, or 15 to go here at Talladega. Whoa, Travis White.
He's back up in the thick of things. But that bottom lane is dominant now with the 3 fastest cars. The 3 best cars at Talladega are hogging that bottom lane. So you got to pass them in the middle, or you got to find people to work with up on that Dale Jr. line. Oh, 11 saw that lane. Oh, he's around. Big pile up. Could this be the big one? The 174 is around.
Oh, the 11 keeps getting nailed.
What happened there?
Look at that. He's driving the Chase Elliott no back bumper car from the Roval.
Yeah, that's not going to work here at an extremely aero-sensitive super speedway.
Man, so we're going to go back and take a look at that, break that down. That was quite a few drivers in that. It looks like Jeff Wyatt, Doug Neal. Man.
Our 3rd caution of the day comes out at the entrance of turn 2, it looks like.
So it looks like Travis just hit the back of the 11 wrong, gets Mashburn.
Oh,
man. Grabs Mashburn.
I jinxed him, just like William Byron. I jinxed him.
Oh, the 174, the 19. Looks like he scrapes by the 27, the 57, the 22. Oh. And you see the 11 just keeps getting hit. The 39.
The 39 comes at the last second and just eats it. The 4, look at the 4. Check up, and then that green Ford just kind of pulled down, just barely missing the 11.
Actually, we're going to go back and we're going to watch this from his onboard. We're on board with number 4. You hear him let up immediately. He sees the carnage in front of him.
You know, I can't hear the engines of the cars. Is there a way to fix that? I can only hear you.
Not sure, actually.
Okay.
I'm going to have to look into that.
You're just lucky I'm not imitating the car noises. Because
That's good.
It's really alien for me to not hear the engines.
Let's see, who else can we ride on board with? We're gonna ride on board with.
I would ride with that 4 car. That 4 had a pretty nice Dodge. The 48 had a pretty good one too.
On board with 27. Oh!
Oh!
Right into the 174. Almost flips it. Look at that. It was close.
iRacing keeping those drivers safe again, Tim. These cars haven't flown off the ground yet.
We'll look at the 27 here. We'll see how far he comes to flipping.
You know, it's really...
Oh!
It's really making their moms happy that they're keeping them safe out there.
And their wives.
I don't think these guys are married, Tim.
Oh, yes, a lot of them are. We're all nerds.
Well, the wives are happy because they get a break from their husbands for 2 hours.
You know what? I never thought of it that way. You know what? I actually think that's why they invented iRacing.
Probably.
But these guys, we're gonna let's pull down.
You know, I know it's a computer simulation, but watching that in-car camera, I kind of felt that in my stomach when that impact hit.
Well, actually,
almost like the seatbelt pulling on me, you know?
Funny you would say that because so I just bought an Oculus Rift, not an Oculus Rift, an Oculus Quest, and you can actually use VR on iRacing. So some of these guys, it could really feel like, you know, they're actually in the car with the VR system. So you can look to the left, look to the right, and you can see everything around you.
I can watch them from this like helicopter view that we have here, and it looks like a computer simulation when they wreck, but that cockpit view just really, the impact just kind of made me lunge a little bit and tighten a little bit as a driver, seeing that with my eyes. So,
well, we're gonna pull down Chris Darling here and talk to him about what just happened. Hey, Chris Darling, Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Hey, man. So last minute decision to race, I believe. I didn't expect you here tonight, but you come out in that Phillips Golf Academy number 11, and you and Mashburn have just been showboating out here.
Yeah, we're just here to have fun. I won't be able to race every week, but yeah, it was a last minute thing. It's been a good time. It's been pretty fun.
Yeah, you got 12 laps to go. Looks like it'll be about 10 to go once we go back green. How fast do you think you get back to the front?
I think I'm pretty good off. I don't know. I want to be a little careful here. I just had to use my fast repair, so I'll probably take it a little easy. Usually in the last 10 laps, there's a big wreck at some point, so I'll probably wait for that to happen, and then you might see me again.
I would definitely bet on it. You and the 24 have been the class of the field today. You guys have been working together so well, coming through the field so fast. How are you going to get up through the field without the 24 this time?
Well, I can't tell you that. I'd have to chop your kneecaps off or something. That's a secret. No, I have no clue, really. It's hard to get up through the field, even though it kind of looks easy. It's really not. You really got to pick the lanes right and have the right pushes. But I don't know. I think we could do it. I think I can sift my way through the field.
You're making it look really easy, buddy. Just saying. You're definitely the best one out there.
It's all luck. Usually when I know Mashburn is behind me is when I know I'm going to make up a bunch of time. But I know he didn't use his fast repair, so he's going to be waiting for that big wreck too. So hopefully he can get it fixed before the end and we can get back to it.
Yeah, hopefully you don't get a random, long green flag and that's it.
Yeah, and you know what? That wreck there, that was not Travis's fault. I made a late block, and it was that's like one of those 50-50s. You don't know if the guy's going to lift or if he's not going to have enough time. So
yeah, that's
true. He didn't
true.
do anything wrong, but that was I don't know. I was laughing. It was fun. It was a fun time.
All right, well, good luck. We're about to go back green.
Thanks, guys.
That was Chris Darling, that number 11. Make sure. Where did I throw him? Sorry, I'm like moving him back into his spots, and I lost. Oh no, I lost his name. Oh, there he is. There we go. I'm moving these guys in channels the whole time that we talk to them, so I have to put them back where they were. Or they're going to be in the wrong team channel. But yeah, I don't... woo, that's a tough call for Ben Mashburn not to get that car repaired.
Their teammates are the 21 and the 12 up there. They look similar cars.
I believe they are.
Pace car is pulled off. We're going to go to the Geico restart zone. And if you know the difference between Daytona and Talladega, start finish line is not in the middle of the tri-oval. We take restart here with 10 laps to go.
Man, and the tension, I can just feel the tensity.
Now, how bad do these drivers want to win tonight, Tim? Because what's on the line exactly here?
So right now this is race 5 in the championship hunt. And next week we go to Daytona at night. And we're about halfway through the season. So these guys, you know, I don't know what, I think there might be a trophy. I don't know. I have not asked about that yet, and I guess I should.
Well, that would definitely crank the intensity from about 5 or 6 up to about 9. If we knew what these guys, what was their hunger, what was their drive. Everyone wants to win, but if there's that extra added incentive, you know, as we see that third lane that Dale Jr. try to play.
Nate Moyer taking that outside lane. Look at him go.
See, is that a 071 or 971?
971, yeah.
971. I gotta get my eyes checked. I'm also sitting far back from the laptop, but we are 3 wide all the way back in this pack, and the 48 was just playing musical chairs there in the middle. Couldn't decide which lane he wanted to go with. Trying to work with that 971.
Nate to the lead for the first time here tonight. Nate is always a sleeper. He is a fantastic. Look at that, the 11 and 24. I just saw them shoot to the top of the track in the very back right there. 11 obviously much faster than 24, so the 11 is now going to leave, I think, the 24 back there.
Yeah, it's the first time we're mentioning Maurer today in that 971. First time he's seen the lead. Like you said, he's you know, he's a sleeper. He's definitely making his presence known here at the right time.
And I just can't believe we're 3 by 3 by 3 right now. And now that top lane is deteriorated and went down into that middle lane. But it's just going to keep coming and going here the last 8 laps. Mashburn probably really, really hoping for that last caution.
Down to the tri-oval. Going to be 7 laps to go this time by. Not quite sure if everyone's good on fuel. They've got to be good on fuel. Not sure how their tires are holding up this late in the race.
Tires should be holding up pretty well. Now that 97 drops down below Wyatt to go around. Whoa, Moyer gets a little loose there. And now
is getting slicker as the race goes on. Can he merge back clean and not get black flag?
Wow, he did. That was scary.
Is this under race control from iRacing, or is it automated?
It is under race control by an admin. So there is somebody watching every move, and they do a great job of controlling the race.
That would be cool if we had a direct line to them, because definitely want to find out if he was forced down there or if he
I believe he got loose. Looked like he got loose. He looks like he lost the position, so he did a great job coming back up smoothly back in front of the 12. That's where he was when he went down.
I haven't noticed a lot of side drafting today. Have you?
No. Typically, I don't see these guys. They almost don't have. So there's a thing called net code in iRacing, where sometimes if you get too close, there's this invisible pocket of air that just will turn you. So a lot of guys don't try to play with that. They try to disregard that in a sense.
Roger.
They've not figured that out entirely yet at iRacing.
Tim, we're coming down to 5 laps to go. Where's the winner coming from?
I don't know. Joshua Sobel looks so good right now leading that middle lane as long as he can stay clean and stay out in front of everybody.
I like this 48-971 combo. They've been working together since the restart 10 ago.
I don't see Chris Darling. Oh, he's in the very back of this pack with Ben Mashburn. Ben's car is really messed up. Maybe they still think that final caution can come. These guys are racing really hard now up front.
It could very easily come at this 2.6 miles speedway?
Yeah,
Speedway?
it's 2.66, I believe.
2.66, right. Could easily come. Long way to go inside of 4 laps to go here as they'll cross the tri-oval and start finish line. The 56, we talked about him this whole race. Sobel, he loves that middle lane. He doesn't really like to be on the bottom for very long, and he definitely finds people to work with him. At 97 has just re-emerged. I don't know where he's been the last 25 laps, but here he is pushing Sobel down the back street.
21 were really close to each other coming through the corner. Man, these guys are holding their line. The way outside lane is being led by Jordan Scheffler. He's trying to bring his number 13 back to the front. He's been up front quite a few times tonight. And the intensity level is rising with each lap.
You can see the intensity by how much the cars are moving through the corners. They're not staying straight in a line. They're moving sideways. Picking lanes.
It's almost like watching a caterpillar sometimes.
Sideways caterpillar, yeah.
Yes. Yes, maybe a worm is more like it.
Worm, yeah, they're definitely doing the worm.
And you can see Sobel got really close to that 48 that time, coming out of the turn number 2, trying to maybe bring him back, slow him down a little bit. But, man, I don't know what lane is doing a better job at this point, because it's just a back and forth thing, because coming down the front stretch, the outside lane starts to reel the inside lane back, and then the inside lane starts taking control in the turns. And now 2 laps to go. Next time by, we're going to get the white flag. This is not working in the favor of Ben Mashburn and Christopher Darling right now.
They're still hanging back. They're still expecting it. And look at it. You can throw
wide.
Blanket over the lead pack here as we're coming down the back stretch. Lots of lane changing here. Tim, I was going to say the dominant lane is the inside one, but it just shifted to the top.
And there it is.
Here's the big one. We said it was coming, and there it is. The 4th caution. Oh, 62.
There it is.
In and around the 48 gets it. He was fighting for the lead.
This is what Mashburn and Darling was waiting for. I can't even, and luckily, look at that, 56, Joshua Sobel makes it through. I know he's got to be happy. 97 makes it through. The 174 makes it through. Travis White makes it. Jordan Scheffler in the 13. Oh, man, big damage to that number 52. Looks like he's missing the whole back deck lid. Yes, he's missing everything in the back there. I don't know if he has a fast repair left in that Ford Mustang, but we'll have to take a look. So,
that's Sobel?
Woo! Yes, that's Sobel, number 56, leading right now.
Oh, I thought it was 52. My bad.
Oh, no, 52 is Kerwin.
Sorry.
So let's go back and take a look. Watch this unfold. Looks like that outside lane, from what I could see in the angle that we were at, looks like the outside lane had somebody hit the wall and then came back down across the field. So
Darling is up to 14th now. Mashburn back in 17th.
We're going to stop that right there. Come up
here. Yeah, we need a better angle. Yeah.
So Bob, we're going to reverse it and go to Bob. Looks like Bob was the one that possibly, number 32, the purple and silver car right there to the way outside, comes up, tags the wall just like I thought I seen. Ooh. Comes down, nails Nate Moyer, comes down, hits the 48, the 21. Oh,
is that a result of bump drafting too hard, or
it didn't
bump
look
drafting
like,
plus a little worn tires too?
It didn't look like anybody was bump drafting him. I mean, it could have been. He could have. Sometimes when you're behind other cars, you just kind of their air will move you. So it may have just shot him right into the wall, and then he had no control over it at that point.
We haven't seen the pack go 3 wide for more than a lap and stay formed up together. So being that close to each other could have easily taken the air off of a car.
We're going to ride on board with him coming down the backstretch on this onboard. He's got the pedal to the metal. Oh, you see, he gets loose or something right there and tags the wall.
Can we see if a shot came from behind? It is the back shed.
Let's
Someone could have pushed him the wrong way in the exit. Yeah, because you see him get real squirrely, but that's after he
rear chase.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, so let's oh, nope, nobody's
yeah. He gets into it. He got into it.
Oh yeah.
He got into it on the exit of 2, which kind of made his car go a little out towards the middle. He tries to correct it to get it to run right up against the wall, and it's just typical, just playing with the air of the wall. I've done that so many times. We got a Doug Neal. Stan Houseman says Doug Neal with the attaboy wrecking all around him.
Well, let's go take a look. Let's go see. Right on board with Neal. Oh my gosh. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Oh, save of the race. Save of the race brought to you by the Phillips Golf Academy.
Stan,
what?
I don't know if you can go take Doug a new pair of pants, but I kind of want to get Doug Neal down here.
Definitely want to give an accolade out for that. That needs to be a short.
Hey, Doug, Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, I got you, buddy.
Do you have a new pair of pants that anybody can bring you?
Oh my God! Did you see that? That was crazy, wasn't it? I didn't know. So I have no idea how I made it through that.
I mean, that was unbelievable. But hats off to you. 3 laps to go. You're sitting in 5th place. How comfortable do you feel?
I'd be more comfortable if I was on the outside. You get stuck down on the bottom. You can't really. You're just stuck there with that yellow line on your inside and everybody on the outside. You can't do nothing. So I'm just going to try to get what I can get. I'm going to try to, hopefully when on the restart, they'll be sleeping on the outside. And when we go past the start-finish, I can get up high. That's what I'm shooting for anyway.
All right, well, good luck. I know you lost your teammate, Nathan, so hopefully he can get back up there. No, he's got a strong car, but good luck the rest of the night, man.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
That was Doug Neal in that number 77 Simbox car.
Can we leave him up for the rest of the race? I want to hear his in-car audio. He sounds like he'd be fun to listen to, though.
Oh, Doug Neal is awesome. He's such a great racer. He actually he came in second a couple weeks ago. He was actually, I think he was at the Daytona, the opener. I want to give a quick plug for him. Simbox is actually his company. He creates boxes for iRacing for little like button boxes, so you can like turn your car off, on, change settings in your car for your pit stops, anything you want to hotkey them for. Make sure you check out Simbox on Facebook. Really affordable, has great products, and he is able to customize your button box just to however you want it for iRacing. So I know you're not familiar with that yet, Mike, but do a quick webcam look here at the guys racing. You can actually see Nate Moyer all the way to your left. He has a button box right there at the bottom of the screen with the red buttons. He just has it right there next to his wheel, so he has access to it. And these guys are getting ready to go back green here at Talladega. Joshua Sobel leading them to the green. This is going to get wild. This is our first green-white checkered here tonight.
First attempt, only 3 attempts, and as Darrell Waltrip would say, cautions breed cautions.
Oh, yes, they do, especially at Talladega and Daytona.
Right now, you want to get that 2-car tandem going. We saw that happen, but they get pretty spread out here as the 56 wanted the inside lane of Sobel. One car is off in the back, pulled off at the start.
I think it was
Drove
the 48.
off the apron. Not sure what's happening there as they spread out single file. Are they trying to just get up to speed before they start pushing on that white flag? Trying to build that middle lane. Looks like there's a white car coming up the middle. Trying to playing the numbers game in that line. Got to have more cars in the middle than on the bottom. They're taking it real wide going up to the wall there. That's going to lose speed as the 77, I believe, comes down to the inside. He's got a good draft. He's going to catch that front pack. And we're coming down to the white flag. 1 lap to go, presented by Phillips Golf Academy.
And Doug Neal going to the outside in that number 77 sim box. He is going to go to the front. Scheffler not going to work with him. Could have pushed him, but now Scheffler goes to the way outside. The 7's going to stay with the 77. Christopher Darling has arrived in that number 11. Don't look behind you. Ben Mashburn coming in the 24 now with the second pack. This is going to get real exciting.
Back straight away. You got to make the move right here to the middle. You could make the pass in the trioval, but it's
Sobel tries to block. Darling goes around. A car upside down and in the wall. Darling to the lead. 174 with him. Down to the checkered flag.
Still green. It's 2009 Carl Edwards, Brad Keselowski.
And he blocks him.
He's on the corner panel in the trioval. He can't get it done.
Wow. And I know. Sobel. So close there. We're going to have to go back and see what happened. So I believe, let's take a look. Christopher Darling comes home in first. John Canzanaro in second. William, our usual broadcaster, brings it home in third. Gets a podium for 10-4, even though our logo is gone from the car because he lost his bumper. But we're going to be and his motor blows up right there after the checkered flag. Wow.
He already got the check for finishing top 3. It doesn't matter if the engine blows.
All right, so here goes Darling. Going to go tear it up. We're going to have to go back before we're going to go back to the final lap here before we
that was
interview
the most
these drivers.
aggressive lug nut check I've ever seen in my You're supposed to check the lug nuts on pit road, but he came down pit road about 140 miles an hour sideways, sliding it. Boy,
Darling tearing it up.
We talked to him after being involved in that accident, and we asked him what his strategy was, and somehow I couldn't even see him come up through the field. And
it was fast.
It was lightning quick.
We're going to go back to the white flag and break this down. So you see Darling right now in 7th at the time of the green flag.
Yep.
Or the white flag, sorry.
I was just watching those lines form because I knew you had to get the middle lane going because the bottom was going to just stay still like that Doug Neal guy said, the 77 guy said. You're pretty much stuck down there on the bottom.
Here on the back straight. Look, this move right here had me going, oh man. Him and the 174 jumping to the outside. Sobel comes up the block. He goes in the middle. Ooh. Sobel gets turned. He barely makes it through. And then it was off to the races there. So we're going to go back to the white flag one more time. And we're going to go watch. Where is Sobel? Trying to find him on my list. Oh, there he is. All right, so we're going to see what happens here. Because we didn't get to see the wreck and how it ended and who all was involved, but you see Sobel.
Do we get to dial up Darling for the post-race
interview? We get to dial up the first 3 guys.
William Kerwin said, watch me, 17th to 3rd.
Okay, we'll have to watch that next. 56 comes down. Oh, man. Just cars everywhere.
The 97 got it. So, how many cars actually finished the race?
I am not sure. So let's go. We're going to ride on board with William Kerwin. He's pushing the 22. They are really far back from the... Look at this. Look at this. They are seconds back from that field.
You can't even see them out the window.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to be unbelievable. Right now, he's in 17th. Coming down the backstretch. White flag. They start
Crash
wrecking
happens around turn 3.
right here. Okay, I see the smoke. Oh, what just happened?
Camera angle changed.
Oh, he disappeared from my... The crash happened and he disappeared. Oh, there he is. Okay, so now look. Oh! Smashes a 77 or 66. Passes Scheffler. And now he's trying to catch Bob, who has no front end. Catches Bob for third place in the tri-oval and takes home a podium.
Boy, he's lucky he punted that car and kept going.
All right, let me get these guys lined up for the interviews. We got John down there. Where is... Okay, there's William. Let's bring down Darling. Oh, I lost Darling. Where did I put him? I don't know where I put him. Where did I put Darling? Oh, there's Darling. Okay. And all right, so we're gonna bring in my fellow broadcaster, William Kerwin. Man, take me through that race.
You know, I ran up front there the beginning, first few laps there, 66, came up and got us there. Kind of just kept it quiet there, trying to tell my son a little bit there in the 22. And then got caught up in that last wreck there before the caution there. And me and him were just damaged. And obviously, I guess I had no back bumper, lost the draft. And then this last lap, they were wrecking. I just went high, and next thing I knew, there was 2 cars coming to the middle, and I was like, "Oh boy!" I just kept my foot in it, and I got from 17th to 3rd on the final lap,
which is unbelievable. I think you were probably about 17 seconds back, maybe.
I was far back, yeah.
I mean, we barely could see the wreck happen. We were riding on board with you. Just want to congratulate you on your 3rd place finish. You know, you go from the booth and you take it down there to the track and bring home a podium.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was going to come up here and talk to you guys tonight. But, yeah, it was fun. Unfortunately, I was hoping my buddy George would make it, but he had a work thing tonight. So I'm not sure where we go next week. But maybe
next
he'll
week,
try
I think
again.
It's Daytona at night.
Yeah, Daytona. So maybe he'll make it for that one. We'll see where, you know, do it week by week kind of thing for me.
Well, again, congratulations. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, let me get all my sponsors pulled up here. First off, my wife, Crystal. She let me do this tonight. She was not happy, but
see, I told you, Mike. I told you they were married.
We were debating whether the wives were happy or not.
She was like, "You're racing tonight?" Well, because I usually run Fridays, and I was up in the booth with you there, Tim. Anyways, Sweet Touch Cleaning. We do cleaning here in North Carolina area. My wife's business, Crystal's $5 Boutique. You can find that on Facebook. And obviously, you guys tonight doing an excellent job. I was listening to the broadcast while I was racing, and then my son there, he had an unfortunate night there. He got caught up in the end there. He was running the top 10 though for half the night there.
Well, again, congratulations. Thanks a lot, and it looks like you had a lot of fun out there tonight.
I was excited for this tonight. I really was, and kind of got bummed out there after the first wreck, and then this second wreck when I was like, oh man, I lost my speed. But I'm excited now. What a last lap.
Well, again, congratulations, and well, maybe we'll see you in the booth or on the track next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what my buddy George is up to, and you know, we're trying to just get our gang back together and try to see if we can dominate these Max Graphics guys a little bit.
Well, again, congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
That was William Kerwin, and at number 52, you can see he just makes it through that wreck. I mean, hats off to him on that driving, because, you know, it was like a oh man, my brain just stopped working, Mike. Days of Thunder situation. Just went straight for the smoke. But I'm gonna bring up John in the 174 and let you interview him as
Sobel is in the chat saying that he threw a bad block and he screwed over someone named Mike, and he said all on me.
Oh, Mike Tellier is probably who was talking about, number 97. Yeah, that was you almost had it, Josh. I was expecting to interview you tonight. It's gonna come soon enough. I know it is. But you're gonna bring up John, and John's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
You come home second place. When you took the white flag, you were on the bottom line behind the 56 and the 97. Kind of take me through that last lap.
The last restart, I told Tellier and Sobel, I'm sticking to your bumper. We wanted to help Sobel get out in front a little bit, maybe get a win if we had to. If we couldn't get there, we're stuck in the bottom. But my words to them were, as soon as that white flag is on my screen, it's all for everybody. So I tried to throw a block on Chris. Then I got booted out of the way, and then everybody wrecked. I mean, we're the only 2 cars coming off turn 4, so should I have turned to him? I'll leave that to somebody else to decide. But, I'm not gonna be the one to judge that, but I'll still take a second place.
Yeah, because actually, if I'm not condoning wrecking anybody, but had you turned him, it would have been. I mean, who knows? Maybe the third place car would have been able to pass you both, and it would have been. I mean, just about every car except for you and Darling's was absolutely demolished after that wreck on going through turn 3.
I'm body scraping the outside wall when that wreck happened. Look at the relative, and everybody disappeared. I'm like, oh, I see.
I know it happening all in front of you. Just it was cool when you and Darling, you both kind of made that move to that middle line at the same time, and I thought, because it wasn't perfectly lined up, I thought that was going to be the point where something bad was going to happen. I thought maybe you guys weren't going to line up correctly, and I thought that was going to be the start of the big wreck on the backstretch. But I mean, you guys held it together and came out 1-2. Congratulations on that second place finish.
Yeah, Talladega miracle, I guess we can call that.
What, Mike? You got any questions for him?
He's driving that 174, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great looking car, man. We had our eyes on you tonight. Hell of a run. Second place. Yeah, that's awesome. No questions, man. Just props and a great looking car.
The hood's a little hard to see when it's shiny on it. Chrome's not a very good idea.
No, but
I love it.
That Texaco pops, man. I don't know this series. I recognize that Texaco Davey Allison. I had to call that out.
Big Texaco family, so yep, you'll probably see Texaco on most of my cars I run.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Well, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh yeah, I have to give a shout out to Tellier, Sobel, all those TNR guys. They give a big laughter on the voice call in the race, especially under caution. I feel bad for Sobel. I know he really wanted to win one, but came up short. Sim Shots, they let me tag along this season in all these series, and Chris Darling for giving me a little lecture and interviewing about being a pushover.
So he expected you to wreck him?
Yeah. I'll leave it as advice next time.
Oh, there you go. Hey, I mean, when it's the admin of the league, I mean, I guess you do what he says.
Hey, John, I'm watching a replay here of the end of the race. I was feeling a Keselowski-Edwards 2009 battle when it came up on the 11. Was there anything you could have done to try to, 2-car tandem beat him at the line there?
The original plan was try to fake high, do exactly what Edwards and Keselowski did, and try to get to the bottom, and hopefully he came across my nose, but I was a little too scared that I was going to hit him on a door, and I was going to be the one spinning, so it is how it is.
I was screaming that, Tim will tell you, I was screaming that at the at the end of the race. I was like, here it comes!
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, congratulations, and good luck next week at Daytona.
Thank you.
That was John Canzanaro in that 174. Man, what a race. Well, now we have none other than the guy we interviewed just before all that chaos, Christopher Darling. You did it again.
Yeah, well, that worked out pretty well, didn't it?
But I don't think it could have worked out any better.
Yeah, that was pretty much all luck there coming to the end. I definitely didn't see that coming, but hey, I'm gonna take that one and I'm gonna mark it off as a highly skilled drive.
You
Absolutely. And especially because it's my first race, that beginner's luck. I called you out as the best car in the field, so you kind of owe me for giving you that. I definitely called it that you were the best car out there. So
I'll take that.
That's great. Well, you took the the white flag in 7th. That moment, kind of take me through your thought process on that final lap, because I know there was a couple of moves you made, and I was like, oh, that's close, going under Doug Neal in turn 2, and then you and John moving up at the same time. That scared me as well.
Yeah, so it really started when we took the green flag for the green-white checkered. I really thought that the top lane was going to move more, so I got up there, but I'm not sure what was going on. I don't know if a little bit of everybody wanted to lead that top lane or what, but I gave up on it coming to the white flag, and then I don't know, they got so unorganized. Pretty much everybody was just side by side except for the 2 leaders, and at that point, I mean, it's kind of pretty easy to gain some spots there. Doug gave me a scare, but that's okay. I don't think he saw me on the inside of him. I came up pretty quick. And then going on the backstretch, I honestly thought John was just going to stay on the inside and stay in line until coming off 4, but he surprised me. He jumped up in front of me, so I quick had to get out of the gas. And then by the time I even thought about my next move, I mean, everybody was wrecking, and I have no clue how I got through there.
Yeah, you did a fantastic job. I was actually on your onboard for one of the replays, and I heard you when you made that shift to that middle lane, and he did as well. I heard you let off immediately, and then you kind of took a splice between the 174 and the 56, and that was just enough. Sobel went down before he came back up, and you were able to just squeeze right by.
Yeah, it all happened so fast. There was definitely no real planning there. There was no planned move that went on there. It was just all happened really fast. Everybody's cars were kind of moving in different directions at the same time. It was kind of crazy. I want to thank Canizaro. He definitely should have dumped me coming to the checkered flag. I moved up, I think, a lane and a half to block him, and it was a little too late, and he rear-ended me. He definitely could have stayed in the gas and dumped me, and I probably would have been perfectly fine with
it. Well, again, congratulations on your victory. You came out and won, I believe, Daytona, right? The first race of the season, and now here 5 weeks later at Daytona, or I'm sorry, Talladega. I don't know my tracks, but anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, all our sponsors, Phillips Golf Academy. They signed on late with us, and it was an awesome thing to have them come on board. I want to thank Brookstone Animal Hospital, Beer Street Journal, Stay Tuned Sports, Taz Racing Customs, all of the sponsors that make this league happen. Got to thank Colin Ullery for taking over admin duties in this series. It's going to be some growing pains, but he's doing a good job, so I'll give him a shout out. And everybody who raced tonight, everybody did a pretty good job. There's a lot of 3-wide racing, and it was a fun time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I believe we only had 4 cautions tonight. That's fantastic. We had green flag pit stops. We had long green flag runs, which is just a testament to all of you guys here at NSRA and the guys that you were able to bring in and race week in and week out.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got a lot of new guys coming in and out too. So that's our field's getting a little bigger, and the racing hasn't really changed. So everybody's doing a great job. I know last week was kind of rough. I was watching the broadcast what was going on, but I think that was just kind of I don't even know what to call it. It was just a one-off thing. You don't see that very often. I think these guys do a pretty good job for the most part.
Yeah, and it's iRacing Super Speedway kind of gives a different kind of. It just takes a different kind of skill, and these guys aren't used to running, 230, 240 miles an hour. You know, those bumps
Yeah.
at that track kind of throw you for a loop in a way, because you could hit it one way one time around the track, and the next time you're around the track, you could just totally blow yourself out into the wall, So
Yeah, for sure. And you know what else about that track is if the setup's even just a tiny bit wonky, like that race is just never going to go well just because of how high the banking is there and how fast you're going. So I don't know. There was a few factors. We're gonna have to fix that moving forward, but we'll figure that out for that track when we go back to it. I don't know what track's next week. I don't know if
Daytona.
I don't know if I'm gonna be racing next week. I don't really know what my plans are for Wednesdays. But I'll try to get it figured out. I don't know. I have a really good time racing this series, so
I'm sure the rest of the field won't be upset that you're not racing next week. 'Cause you just took them all to school, buddy. It was at least 2 or 3 times you came from the back all the way up to the front. But Mike from NASCAR Daily here. We're watching your replay here. Walk me through that unique burnout that you did, where you started entering pit road sideways for the lug nut check.
Yeah, I don't really. I've won quite a few races, but I don't know how the heck to do a burnout. So I just kind of make it up as I go. I thought I would. I thought I could like spin across the grass, across the logo, and then just pick it back up and go right to the start finish line.
Yeah.
Yeah, the car had different ideas, so I just let the car do the talking for me.
I've done that in EA Sports NASCAR games so many times. That slide to the grass. I watched you come off of 4, and I knew what you were going for, but then he took that sharp left on the pit road, and I said, he's got to stop and do the lug nut, bro.
Yeah, they were actually calling me to the hauler. Apparently, I did something. I threw a something out my car halfway through the race trying to get caution after we pit early. So
Awesome win.
Yeah,
Great
congratulations, Chris.
And it's no surprise to me that Justin Haley's car is winning Talladega. So
yeah, definitely. Thanks to you guys too for putting on a good broadcast. I appreciate it.
No, as long as we have power don't go out and stuff, things can go smoothly.
Well, I don't know. Every time you have power problems, I win. So we might have.
Oh, we found a formula. That's
gotta have
funny.
me on the broadcast too.
There you go.
Well, again, congratulations, Chris, and good luck if you race next week. I mean, I'm pretty sure this still is, I think it's going to take you back to the points lead.
Yeah, something went crazy with the points last week. Nobody got scored any points for some reason. We uploaded them, but I don't know what's going on with it. So
I was trying to read those and I didn't understand them, so I didn't. I didn't talk about the points.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. We'll get it fixed up.
All right. Well, thanks, Chris, and congratulations again.
Thanks, guys.
That was Chris Darling. Mike, that's your first race is in the bag.
Bag it and tag it. Hopefully the first of many.
I really hope you enjoyed tonight's race, all the viewers and you as well, being your first time here with the series. What's your final thoughts?
Final thoughts is that interesting to see super speedway only competition, and seeing it so professionally executed. Most basic NASCAR fans only love super speedway. A real NASCAR racer can run the Roval competitively, in my opinion. If you want a real challenge, take somebody on at the Roval, then we'll talk. But props to these drivers executing those lane changes right in the middle of the corner. The 2-car tandems were fantastic. We never went single file for more than a lap or so, a little bit in the beginning, but there was never a dull moment. We had green flag stops and fuel strategy. Just absolutely fun and fantastic. And shout out to the sponsors, Phillips Golf Academy. Thank you for letting them have me on here and helping you out, Tim, and all the other sponsors involved. I can't recite them off the top of my head, but definitely shout out to Phillips Golf Academy
I
and
got you. I got you. I got that. We want to thank Brookstone Animal Hospital for jumping on board. Make sure you check them out on Facebook. Also want to thank Max Graphics. That is Chris's. Actually, that is Chris Darling's company that does graphics. So make sure you reach out to them for all your needs for iRacing paint jobs. He does a great job with that. He's a winner in that too. So he's just a winner all around. Also want to give a shout out to Taz Racing Customs and check them out on Facebook for all of your personal diecast cars that you would want to make of your own cars. I think that's something I may do in the future. Also want to give a shout out to Beer Street Journal, the best in beer. Make sure you check them out at beerstreetjournal.com. And last but not least, want to thank the main sponsor of this series, Phillips Golf Academy Super Speedway Series, fueled by KRM. But from all of us here at 10-4 Broadcasting, on behalf of Mike from NASCAR Daily, myself from 10-4 Broadcasting, want to thank you for joining us. Make sure you check back in next week, same time, same place, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, right here, 8:30. We're going night racing at Daytona, and we look forward